Hi, welcome to a new video. This is a November vlog. I just finished wrapping up the busiest season for my shop, and if you're new to this channel, my name is Radhia. I'm a full-time artist, and I also run a small business out of my studio. This year, I got accepted into the Artist Alley at animenyc, which is a huge anime convention here in New York City. I've done several art markets in the past, but this is the first big convention I've exhibited at. In this video, I'll take you on the journey of what it's like tabling at a 3-day-long convention and the preparation that goes into it. I'm really glad I had a relaxing start to my November. I finally decided to purchase some compression gloves, not sponsored, but it's been helping relieve a lot of tension in my joints and wrist while I work. My October Sticker Club rewards arrived, and this illustration was inspired by The Shining, and clearly you can see a piece of Kuni fur stuck on it. I recently revamped these labels I designed specifically for wholesale orders. I put them on the back of my vinyl stickers so people can find my work, since I have a few of my products available in physical stores throughout the US. And here I'm taking a photo of the physical rewards to share on Patreon, and also working on my monthly schedule post where I let my patrons know when I'll be uploading specific rewards. Okay, tiny review of these gloves. It's been helpful for admin work and video editing when I feel like my wrists are getting pretty stiff, and it's been especially great for when I'm knitting because my fingers have been hurting a lot less. I tend to pack my Patreon rewards towards the beginning of the month since they take a few weeks to get manufactured, so that's why I'm packing October rewards at the start of November. I get about 180-ish patrons in my sticker club tier, and I print out all the addresses, and this was the first time I actually ran out of address labels. I'm always blown away by the amount of support I get from my patrons. They're the reason I have so much flexibility in my life as a freelance artist. I also have a secret sticker shop exclusively for my patrons, so any leftover rewards become available in that shop for all tiers, so if that's something you're interested in, feel free to join my Patreon. No pressure though. Just take a look at that ginormous stack of Patreon rewards. Thank you so much, patrons! The following day, I hung out with my friend Megan, we did some shopping, and stopped by Mood Fabrics, which is a really huge fabric outlet in Midtown. I needed some hot pink and blue satin to finish my Sailor Moon cosplay that I have literally been working on since last fall. Afterwards, we went to my apartment, and it's been a little over 2 years since the last time Megan came over. She got to see Kuni again, and I shared some delicious Bangladeshi food with her.
Literally. Ew, stinky boy.
I'm so used to having black and white. I was like, where are the white
Where are the white patches? And there's a little white patch on his chin and then also on his chest. He's calling you to pet him on the rug. You are so cute. Hey, long boy.
Oh, does he like that? You want more pets?
He does not like being pet while he's eating the fruits. I should have mentioned that. That was my fault. And literally the best mango juice.
Should I just dig in? Thank you so much. This is
Yeah,
so
of course.
good.
I'll let you have the last bite of this juice. Do you want a strawberry glass or do you want a wavy glass?
Ooh, oh my god. Strawberry. Mmm. That's really good.
Oh. Torpedo brain. Goodies. He's like, you sat here, so therefore you have to feed me treats. That's his food cabinet.
I really didn't expect them to do this. Someone set it down!
Yeah.
I'm so shook. Rats and the Tara universe. Am I doing it right?
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh, I love the song.
The rice is ready.
If I could cook like you, like, yeah, I go vegan. Is this enough?
You can always add more.
Okay. I'm so excited. This is so beautiful.
Squeeze some lemon on it.
Thank you so much. Luckiest girl in the world. So everyone on camera is jealous of me. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Your kitchen is so cute and cozy.
Thank you. Oh, my bandana is helping me cover my eggy roots.
It's also, do you ever watch our old videos and you're like, oh my god, I've aged? My mom's screaming like 2 years ago, I'm like, screaming! Why am I so young?
No, I look like a baby like 3 years ago. Like, why do I look like a adult now? Like,
Like once I'm 2020, I'm like, my skin, I look like an egg.
Give me your blanket. You need more dolls.
I need more dolls. Thank you.
Tiny little page here. You're handsome. Do you like that? Mine like this.
No, I think he's like... I love his face. Like, his facial expression's always like... It's like, well, if you're gonna talk bad about me, I'm leaving.
He's like, I'll show you the door.
He's like, Make her leave now.
Actually have furigana and like it's a good learning tool. I don't know why you're recording me right now. So right now we're walking down the street. We just looked at some leaves. They were very pretty.
We're going to Artist Craftsman and then we're gonna get lunch after. Today is Wednesday, November 8th. I just finished packing up a few shop orders and that last one was way too thick to fit in my regular rigid mailers. So I tried to find a box that would fit, but it was either too big or too small. And then lo and behold, I got my shipment from Fireball Prints. It's the place where I do some of my prints, but mainly my backing cards for my enamel pins. And the box it came in was the exact size I needed for that order. So I'm going to print the labels for all of these in a little bit. Later this evening, I'm going to do a guest lecture at the School of Visual Arts. It's the college that I graduated from 3 years ago, and I've had the wonderful pleasure of giving a presentation and just sharing what my journey in my life has looked like since graduating and being a full-time artist. I had to revise the presentation just a little bit because the last time I did a lecture was I think in March or April of this year, and since then I've had a lot more art festivals that I've gone to, and I also had a group show over the summer and just new work to be added, to be seen. And as always, whenever I do any kind of presentation, especially if it's in person because I will be going in person today, I love to bring physical work. So I just have a nice little stack of prints and stickers. I also like to bring some of the labels and stickers and designs that I have surrounding my small business because I think they could just be fun to take a look at, and it's just something other than like standard commercial illustration. And even though I work mostly digitally, like it's just so nice to be able to like look at a print and like to be able to hold it in person. I am not entirely sure if I'm going to film while I'm there because I obviously want to respect people's privacy and I ask permission before I film. That's very important to me. But if I do, I guess you'll see it. And I will catch you later.
Hmm? I wish I could bring you with me. Okay, alright. Oh.
It is currently 5:45 p.m. and also very, very dark outside because daylight savings time started this week. I have my presentation ready. I also have some of my stuff ready to share with the class. I'm also bundled up because it's finally starting to get chilly. I need to be there around 6:30, so I will see you later. Radhia, and just like you guys, I went to SVA to pursue my BFA in illustration, and I graduated 3 years ago. How can I combine that and make it part of everything that I pursue as an artist?
Ei tahad sa jalapay dal? Eka na, Julian আসলে খেতে পারতো চিকেন। এটা সিম্পল এই যে এটা দেশি লেবু, আমলা। ওর ডালটা বাড়া আছে, এখানে একটু পরে বলবো। পরে হ্যাঁ এটা
Monday, November 13th. I have 3 whole days left until animenyc, which is this Friday. And there is no early setup day, by the way. Setup is literally the morning of the convention. Some of the things that I need to get done before the convention is do a quick inventory check, sewing a bunch of tags on my tote bags because I don't think I'm going to get another reprint for the rest of this season. And I have like 60 of the beige tote bags and about 100 of the pink tote bags. So I think I'll be fine for the rest of the season, given I have 2 more art markets after animenyc and a holiday shop update at the end of the month. I also need to do a mock setup because the amount of space that I've been given is an 8-foot table, but I am limited to I think 4 feet off the top of the table, which is shorter than my usual display. So I think I'm going to build wider with my little like pink grid system. And I do have a few new products that I have to figure out how to display, and I want to just make things as clear as possible. And then last night I decided to just like speed through making my Sailor Moon cosplay, and I'm not gonna lie, I made a lot of progress. I did run out of fusible interfacing, and I don't have bias tape, which I need for like the 2 little lines that go on Sailor Moon's collar. I'm not gonna be in full cosplay because I cannot deal with wearing a wig or boots, and I realize now that I'm probably not gonna be wearing the gloves either because I need to be using like my iPad to take transactions, but I'll be wearing her Sailor Guardian uniform, so that'll be cute. I did close up my shop over the weekend because I just want to focus on getting everything ready and exact for this convention. So I have a few orders that I'm going to drop off, and then once I get back, it's crunch time. I have no idea how I'm going to do all of this in 3 days, but wish me luck because I'm gonna need it. It is so cold outside. I just got back from dropping off a few orders and I had a few things delivered. First, I have my Patreon labels. I use these smaller pink thermal labels to send out my Patreon physical rewards, and I finally ran out. I was actually so surprised that I ran out. I started my physical tier this year in January, and I had about like an average of like 180 patrons in that tier, so I guess it took me like 10 months to get through like a roll of 1,000 labels. I did use these for a few other things like my stationery sampler packs and stuff, but replenished that. I got some merchandise clips. It looks like this. This part is optional. It's like a clear card holder. For things like my tote bags or signs, I just kind of handwrite it, but for things that are like on my table, like here, this is what I use to hold my washi tape. As you can see, it's literally just a piece of like cardstock that's like taped to this, and instead of doing that, I can literally just use these merchandise clips. This is a bit too big for this bowl of washi, but now I have signs to hold up pricing or information and whatever. These are going to be very, very helpful for my future art markets. I am cold, so I think I'm going to make myself a hot chocolate and just continue getting some more work done. Good afternoon. Today is Thursday, November 16th. It is one day before Anime NYC. It's my last day of preparation. I just came back from New Jersey, where my friend Kat lives, and she helped me do another riso print run. I actually ran out of paper the last time we printed, and I ended up just ordering paper directly to where she is, and that way I don't have to constantly transport paper back and forth. And I just picked up my prints. I was silly and totally forgot to tell her how many prints that I wanted made, and she ended up using all of the paper, which is not a bad thing. I was going to make a lot of prints anyways, and so now I have, this is just half of it by the way, and so now I just have 500 of my knitting quitty prints, so there's that. Last night I was up sewing until 4 a.m. I've made quite a bit of progress on my Sailor Moon cosplay. That is not the priority right now, because the priority is getting my stuff together so that I can bring it to Anime NYC. I also did a mock table setup because my table is 8 feet wide this time. Here's what it looks like. I think it looks pretty good. I actually ended up using some twist ties to hold this up because there's no real security when it comes to this acrylic sign. I kind of just like latch this rope over these connector parts and just hope it stays and doesn't fall. But because Anime NYC is 3 days long, I just don't want to come back and find that my display is absolutely collapsed. So I just used some twist ties to keep this in place. I ended up doing prints on one side and like stickers and everything else on the other. That's the construction so far. I've also like left it here overnight to see how well it would hold. So far, things are looking pretty good. This is what my Sailor Moon cosplay is looking like, and I'm not gonna lie, I swear, I think I bought this fabric like many months ago, and it took forever just to sew this leotard, and literally over this weekend, I managed to make the skirt, bows, the collar, and the gloves. Everything sort of held together with these snaps. I did run out of heavy-duty snaps, so I sent Julian on an errands run to find some more of these. This is actually a like mirror super compact keychain that I've had since high school, and I used a piece of elastic just to hold it in place. I do need to make her choker, so I'm gonna use some excess fabric from this to make her choker, but it's pretty much done. Oh, and also I need to make the hip roll. So like this little puffy part, I need to add like a strip of this along the skirt and sew in the snaps, and it's pretty much done. I'll wear it on Saturday once everything is set up and I can just show up and look cute. My final tasks for today is to just make sure I pack everything that I need to sell, and also display wise I have everything ready. I need to sign a few of these prints and also cut a few more of my UFO Kuni Riso prints and add some backing cards to a few more enamel pins. Thankfully, my dad offered to drop me off at the Javits Center tomorrow morning because the setup begins at 8 a.m. and I have to have everything ready by 1 p.m. So I think that'll give me enough time, but bringing all of this down several flights of stairs is not fun. So hopefully people buy my things by Sunday so that I don't have to carry a bunch of heavy stuff back up the stairs when I'm back. I think I'll leave you guys here and I'll see you tomorrow morning, the day of animenyc. Setup came crashing down last minute, but it's back up again.
Because it was at the end and nobody was there. And
Yeah. If it wasn't at least in the middle of the day, I would have literally cried. I would have started crying. I'd be like, the reader don't work. This is broken. I'm ready to go home. Good morning. It's day 2 of animenyc. Today's Saturday, November 18th, and I'm dressed as Sailor Moon. I somehow miraculously finished the body of the dress. Anyways, I'm running late. The artist alley opens at 10 a.m. It's currently 10:40, and somehow fitting with my cosplay because Usagi's always running late. I'm gonna zoom over there today, and apparently today is the busiest day for the convention, so please wish me luck because the Wi-Fi was so bad. It was messing up with like taking transactions. Like it was just really slow, so let's hope that doesn't happen today, okay? So I can make my monies. All right, see you later.
Skin's contracting, my eyeballs are dry.
My Tamagotchi died.
My rib cage getting smaller.
My eyeballs are fried. Look at him, he's dead. All packed up. Last day over. animenyc is done for this year. Time to go home. Hello, it's voiceover Radhia here to close out the rest of this vlog. I was absolutely winded after tabling at animenyc. It felt like I could sleep for like 20 years, honestly. I'm so grateful for my partner Julian. He has helped me with so many art markets this year. I didn't have any extra hands for this convention, but that's something I know I'll definitely need if I apply again for next year. I still don't know if I will because the Wi-Fi was so bad this year and it really slowed down the speed of my transactions and made it frustrating to take any sales. And I noticed that the energy of conventions are so different than the other markets that I've done. It was fun getting to see so many people in cosplay, and I'm really happy a lot of people bought my work, even though I don't sell a lot of fan art. I've noticed that fan art is what sells the most. However, a majority of my illustrations are original designs. Also, thank you to any of my viewers who showed their support while I was in the artist alley. If any of you have been following me on Instagram, you might have seen that I finally have a risograph printer. I actually had to hire movers to bring this giant printer into our apartment and literally unscrew the door so we could bring it in. And I managed to find someone locally who was selling this secondhand, and these are really difficult to find. It's actually a duplicator, but it's very popular amongst the artist community as a printmaking tool that uses vibrant soy ink, and I really loved using this throughout college, so I'm happy I was able to find one that was in good working condition nearby. If you couldn't tell already, you have reached the end of this vlog. By the time I upload this, it'll be the end of December, which will make it my last upload for 2023. I still have a December vlog to edit, but I'm going to be spending a week in Connecticut with Julian's family for Christmas, so I wanted to wish you guys a happy holiday season and new year. A special thank you to my patrons who made it possible for me to even purchase this riso and pay for my table at animenyc. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next year. Goodbye, friends!